Teaching Gifted Students, a presentation created by Alexandra Mariani, Christina Martone, and Martha Dwyer. Affirmation. Fair is not everyone getting the same thing. Fair is everyone getting what they need. The objectives of this presentation are: 1. To understand what is meant by a gifted child. 2. To become knowledgeable about how to cater to gifted children. 3. To understand how to create curriculum for gifted children. And 4. To become knowledgeable about student strategies for gifted children. What is a gifted child? Gifted children have an intellectual ability significantly higher than average. Their minds are ahead of their physical growth. When planning how to cater to gifted children, keep in mind it takes care, attention, and time. It is very important so that all of the children in your classroom are learning. When children are not challenged, their opportunities for growth are limited. As a teacher, it is your responsibility to meet all the needs of all of your children. Why is it important? When gifted students' needs aren't being met, they may experience frustration, boredom, low self-esteem, and social frustration or isolation. How can I cater to the gifted children? Ensure that you have several backup activities for students who complete their work faster than others. Plan ahead and take into account gifted students will complete basic curriculum work faster than other students. Engage them in multidimensional questions in class discussion and provide them with leadership roles. Implement student differentiation at all levels of instruction. Student differentiation refers to the process of teaching to all levels in your classroom. Engage in student differentiation at every level of instruction. Steps for catering to gifted children. 1. Identify gifted students. 2. Consult with parents, school staff, administration. 3. Create a supportive learning environment for students. And 4. Identify a way to assess student progress. Step 1. Identify gifted students. Use your resources. Confide in parents, instructors past and present, and other school administrators. Evaluate test scores, evaluate student portfolios, and teacher knowledge of students. Step 2 is to communicate. Connect with parents. Confide in parents about strategies that can be used for their child. Connect and collaborate with other teachers who also have gifted students. Step 3. Create a supportive learning environment. Incorporate challenging curriculum activities. Engage in curriculum differentiation. Be patient and attentive with gifted students. Remember that challenging your gifted students is equally important as helping your students who are falling behind. Step 4. Assess progress. Consistently assess the progress of your gifted students, record progress, and communicate to parents and school staff. What is curriculum? Curriculum is the planned interaction of pupils with instructional content, materials, resources, and processes for evaluating the attainment of educational objectives. Why does it need to be modified for gifted children? Gifted children have individual characteristics, needs, abilities, and interests that need to be met. A basic curriculum is too simple for them, and they need complexity to progress in their education. What needs to be modified? The content of the curriculum, the process, the environment, and the teacher expectations of students. How can we modify the content? Modification can be completed through acceleration, compacting, variety, reorganization, flexible pacing, and the use of more advanced or complex concepts, abstractions, and materials. Process. Activities must be restructured to be more intellectually demanding. Students need to be challenged by questions that require a higher level of response, or by open-ended questions that stimulate inquiry, active exploration, and discovery. Environment. Gifted students learn best in a receptive, non-judgmental, student-centered environment that encourages inquiry and independence. Expectations. Teachers can encourage students to demonstrate what they have learned in a wide variety of forms that reflect both knowledge and the ability to manipulate ideas. Engage in curriculum differentiation in your classroom. This may entail adding new challenging components to the curriculum, eliminating components that have been mastered, providing more challenging alternatives for gifted students, and/or adding more enriching educational activities. The benefits of planning for gifted children include enhancing the learning style of the child, empowering the child to progress further in education, and creating a challenge for the child. Myths about teaching gifted children. Myth. Intelligence is set in stone and is either there or it isn't. Fact. Intelligence is a static trait and can be developed and nourished. This means that gifted children also need support services to garner their talents and intelligence. If their intelligence isn't nourished, it will not grow. Myth number 2. Gifted children can be utilized to help teach their classmates. While it may seem helpful, it is important to recognize that children may understand concepts, but they may not know how to teach them. Do not assume. Myth number 3. All gifted children can be identified through testing. Fact. Standardized tests have their limitations and weaknesses. It is important to recognize areas of talent that are not measured by tests. Teach as if they are all gifted. The differentiated classroom exists for all. Just as we would not tell special needs students to learn the same as their regular classmates, it is not acceptable to tell gifted students they should fit in with their regular classmates. Teaching gifted students is just differentiated instruction. Plan for giftedness while planning the whole class unit. Allow for advanced work if pre-assessment indicates mastery of objectives. Facilitate group or independent projects, and evaluate all work according to a rubric. Incorporate the final stages of Bloom's taxonomy: analyzing, applying, creating. Focus on deep and challenging content, inquiry, discovery learning, real problem with real solutions, and connections across curriculums. Now for some specific classroom strategies. Most difficult first. Have students do the last 5 problems first. If they succeed, allow them to return to independent project or advanced group work. Flexible pacing allows students to work at a quicker pace, either with a group or independently. Curriculum compacting. Curriculum compacting refers to pre-testing to determine what is known, eliminating what is mastered, and replacing the curriculum with work that is challenging and novel. Tiered assignments. Teaching the standard by different levels of challenge, complexity, resources, outcome, process, or product. Mentor learning. Mentor learning refers to identifying a particular skill or subject a student needs to learn, and then identifying an individual capable and willing to guide and instruct. Center learning. Center learning is an option for students to work when the whole class instruction or assignment is complete. References. This completes our presentation. Thank you very much for listening.